It's your boy MrCV. I'm back with another special video. Normally I don't make videos about my flat because I just like to live a quiet, peaceful lifestyle, but this time I said, you know what, I needed to show people my flat because I've been dealing with something called bed bugs. Now if you don't know what bed bug is that tiny insects that's crawling on the floor, and they are very annoying. Also, here are some facts that I've known since dealing with the bed bugs as well. One of them is they produce a lot of eggs, and when they produce a lot of eggs, obviously it means it can spread, and one of them is enough to spread everywhere. Also, they can live a whole year without eating any food but just feeding on people's blood, and they bite people. I've been bitten a few times as well, but this time I'm going to show you the process of obviously how I deal with the bed bugs, some of the things I do, and also show you my flat as well. So this is definitely a video for you to enjoy, so enjoy it. Before we get into the main part of the video, now bed bug is one of, like I said, the most annoying thing you could ever face in your life. So I don't wish you upon my worst enemy. Trust me, it's very annoying, but listen, there's only much you can do. You can only get it treated. Also, they hide inside cracks in the wall, under the carpets, so it's very tough. It's very tough. But listen, I wanted to share this video because I have spoken to a few people that also been dealing with bed bugs, and trust me, I know a lot of people can relate to it. So I pray and wish that you don't come across bed bugs, trust me. Just to give you a backstory on how the bed bug might have happened. So before we moved into this new flat, my flat is quite new, is almost 5 years old, and this is his birthday very soon in October, for to be 5 years. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So before we moved into this flat, I used to live together, me, my brother and one of his friend. We used to live together in a 1-bedroom flat, where the 1 bedroom, it's a lounge and a bedroom. So his friend took the bedroom and my brother was sharing the lounge. So everything was absolutely fine. We were living peacefully, nothing happened, no bed bugs. I didn't even have a clue what bed bugs were at the time. So me and my brother went on a trip to Portugal. There was an event called Afro Nation at the time. So after the event, we came back, then the bed bug happened, and it was biting me quite bad. It even bit my eye swelled up. But obviously tracing back, there was so many suspicion because I was thinking, where could the bed bug have come from? But thinking back, it might have came from the place where me and my brother stayed in this camp, and maybe that's where it happened. We don't know. Also, the third person that was living with us, where he was living in the room, he was also sleeping on my bed or my brother's bed at the time as well when we went for the holiday. We don't know. I don't know. My thought was, if I move into this new place, obviously the bed bug is not going to be in this new place because it's a brand new building, not knowing that the bed bug travels. And obviously in my suitcase, in my clothes, you're supposed to wash it properly. You're supposed to wash it with the hot water and deep heat. But obviously at the time I wasn't aware at all. Probably me and my brother, we've carried that bed bug to this new place, and obviously that's how it happened, and it's a real shame. And since then we've been trying to battle it, and it's been tough. It's been up and down, and obviously I've been trying to learn more about the bed bugs, how to deal with it, and like I said, we're getting treatments for it, and it's so much better. So I'm about to enter the door now, and the first thing I'm going to do, obviously turn on the light so that you can see my passageway. So I was about to enter my passageway. It's quite small, and we're still going to have a little tour of the rooms as well. But the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start cleaning my lounge. So as the people are coming to come and spray and give it some treatment, also I want to deep clean my whole flat. So I'm starting from my lounge. My lounge is quite big, and with my lounge is an open lounge, which it means is a lounge and a kitchen as well. So it's an open plan, which means it's a lounge and a kitchen, so it's a very big space. So I'm about to take all the things out of my lounge so that I can give it a good sweep first, and then a good clean by mopping it. And also you can see the hoover as well, so I'm gonna hoover it as well, hoover some of the chairs, and then get it ready to be deep clean, so that obviously when they come and spray, everything is nice and clean. Just the last few bits remaining in my lounge to take out. So obviously I'm taking out my TV, and then we are good to go. So you're going to see the whole space, and just watch me I'm going to sweep the floor first, like I said, and then obviously I'm going to also mop it as well to keep it nice and clean. These are just life skills that you need, so definitely I'll encourage people to learn those. I was gonna get someone to come and properly deep clean the wooden floor, but obviously I need to set that up and I need to see how much they charge as well. After all that hard work, you know, definitely, like they say, work with no play makes CV a dull boy. So definitely need some play as well. I need some rest as well before I get back to working hard again. So I'm about to put down my pool table. This is one of my favorite part of my lounge, because I have a pool table in my lounge. Now this is 3-in-1. This is a dart table, a table tennis table, and a pool table. So this moves me away from obviously always playing PlayStation or playing PlayStation 5 or just games on the computers, but also I can do things that are different. So obviously I'm quite lucky in this part to have a affordable pool table in my lounge, so obviously it gives me something different. So I'm just gonna take some few shots and just show you what to do as well, in case you've never played pool as well. If you want to watch the full me playing the full pool, I've got a video on it, so just check in the description. You can click on the link and it will take you to see me playing the pool as well. If anyone's interested in playing pool and I know you and you want us to play pool, definitely shout me as well, and definitely we can get a game going. After taking a break and playing a bit of pool, now I'm back to work, and you can see I'm mopping my passageway. So I'm about to give it a good mop and a good clean, and then after that we'll be going to the room that is the most affected by the bed bugs, and I've had to take a lot of action regarding this room, but also I'm going to give you a backstory once I enter the room as well, and then I'll show you some things that I'm doing to be able to deep clean the room and to be able to get it to standard as well. Now just a backstory regarding this room that we're about to enter. So this room was the room that my brother was staying in when me and my brother was living together, and he recently just moved out, so I've had to rent out the room. I rented out the room to a tenant, so I've been a landlord for the last 5 years. As I rent out the room to the tenant, I've had to tell the tenant to leave. We tried to look for possible solutions to obviously avoid the tenant leaving, because it was an amazing tenant and I have nothing bad to say against him, but the issue of the bedbug was becoming a lot of problem. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, when me and my brother moved into this new flat, we brought some of the bedbugs in. So when my brother left, the bedbug was all around his mattress and his bed base. Initially, what I should have done as soon as my brother left was throw away the mattress and the bed base, so that obviously the room can be properly treated. But as the tenant was coming in, I just left the mattress and the bed base so that the tenant can use, and obviously the bedbug just continue growing and growing. Another issue with bedbug is some people they bite, other people they don't bite. So with the tenant living in the room, the bedbugs never bit him, but the tenant always brings his kids over, a boy and a girl, every couple weeks, every 2 weeks, and the boy, the bedbug never bit him, but the girl, the bedbug was always biting him. So it became a bit of an issue. It became a very big problem. So obviously with that case, we've tried all the possible solutions. Still the bedbug wasn't going, so I thought, you know what, it's better I lose some money, get rid of the tenant, and so that I can properly fix this bedbug situation. And also, trust me, even for me, it was starting to affect me mentally. I've had to see a therapist, which I made a video on it, on seeing a therapist, which I'll put in the description. And also, as I'm the owner of the property and it's my property, every time I want to come into the property, I don't feel at peace, because I'm always thinking, wow, where's the bed bugs coming? And trust me, even though I'm going to lose a lot of money, which I have lost about £6,000 just during the last 2 months, because I've had to pay the rent and all the other stuff, plus the bills and everything included, and plus hiring those people to come and spray the flat properly, it is costing me a lot of money. But trust me, I'd rather it get cleared and have peace of mind than worrying about how much it cost me. About to go into the room, so I'm going to show you some things I've done in the room. So we're going into the room now, and as we're going into the room, one of the first thing I do was the night before I sprayed a powder into the room, so that obviously any bed bugs that's crawling on the floor or that is around the room, it can inhale the powder and obviously die off as well. But also it also protects me as well, so that when I'm going to the room to go and hoover the room, obviously it also protects me as well. And the clothes that I use to enter the room, whenever I leave the room, I take it off and I just put it in a bag, so that in case there are any bed bugs that's attached to it, obviously it can just, I can literally wash it with hot water and hopefully it can die off as well. You can see the powder, it's very visible on the chair, but also I'm looking at any corners on the ground as well, to also because they hide in the corners like I said, so I'm using the hoover to obviously hoover those corners as well. Just another thing which I thought would be quite useful, one of the things that bed bugs don't really like is heat and hot water. So obviously I'm pouring hot water on the edges, so that obviously if there are any bed bugs that's moving, they will die off straight away. But that's not 100% effective, because obviously if they're bed bugs that didn't touch the hot water, they might still come out, but at least it's better to be safe than sorry. One of the things that came to my mind, which didn't come to my mind before I'm doing this intense bed bug treatment, was to check the poles where the curtains are. Now the reason why is because in those poles, those bed bugs also hide in those poles as well. So when I took it out, as I did, there are bed bugs there as well. And obviously when they came to spray, I also told them that look, they should focus on that area as well. This is a bed bug spray that I've got, that's a watery spray that kills those bed bugs as well. That is a chemical that kills them. Like I said, these sprays and all these powder, they're not the most effective. It's better to call people that are specialists to come and do a proper chemical spraying or heat treatment, and those are more effective. Those heat treatments and things, and those people that are coming that are specialists, there's still a lot to do, in the sense that first of all, when they spray it, sometimes they might have to come a few times to come and spray it. That's number one. Number two, you need to wash your whole clothes with heat, with hot water, clear everywhere, and those are probably the protocols to help you clear these bed bugs, because they're not very easy to treat. They are very, very difficult, and trust me, they're small but they're mighty, and when they start causing problems, trust me, it's a huge problem. So those black things that you can see on the screen, that's actually the bed bug poo. Just another thing that came to my head again, because I like to use my intuition, so which is just my mind and my brain, to try and see whether I can figure out things myself. So one thing I'm doing is, like I mentioned just before, those black things are bed bug poo. There's a lot of bed bug poo on the wooden surface of the room, so what I'm doing is I'm washing it off and to make it white again. And the reason why I'm washing it as well is because if there are any bed bugs in the room, they will also leave their poo. That also gives me the indication that there are bed bugs in the room as well. So some of these things you just have to just do what comes to you naturally, what comes to your mind, and hopefully that also helps you to monitor the bed bugs and indicate whether they're there as well. So hopefully all these things work. Like I said, you can only try your best with these things. They're not 100% guarantee. After all the hard work that I've done in the room, I've decided to take another break. This time I'm going to sleep on my foldable bed on my balcony. So I'm quite lucky again. A lot of the time, the reason why I'm saying I'm quite lucky, even though I worked hard for a lot of these things, is because I don't take anything for granted at all. I'm very privileged. Obviously I've been able to work hard to reach where I am, but also I'm very fortunate as well. But like I said, I have two balconies. One is the one I'm here, and the other one you'll see it later in the video, because I'll be moving things onto that balcony. And like I said, I'm very lucky because I'm just taking in the sun and also taking in the view as well, which is one of the main things that I like about my balcony, which is absolutely the views. Obviously I get to see great views to central London, a lot of different places, but because they're building a new flat in front of my flat just across it, obviously that's also stopped my views. But regardless of that, obviously the views on the balcony is one of the things I take great pride in as well in my flat. Need to pack up and need to start to go and eat dinner, also get ready for tomorrow, as tomorrow is the day they are coming to spray the room. Now they've given me some conditions that if they do come spray the room, that you're not allowed to hoover the room for 2 weeks, so that's something I have to keep in mind. After they spray the room, I have to evacuate the room and the whole flat for at least a couple hours. This is just the day after they sprayed the flat and the whole rooms and everything, which is the reason why you can see my sofas back in my lounge. But I'm just showing you the second balcony just to show you where I put all my things when I took them out earlier in the video. So that's the second balcony that I didn't put the foldable bed in. But also I'm going to the first balcony. In the first balcony you can see I've also put things there as well, and obviously you can see all my things that are outside because obviously there was no other space to put them in as well. And finally, this is just a little video on showing you all the surroundings of the flat that I live in and all the views so that you can see it properly. So like I said, normally I don't show where my flat is because I just try and keep quiet and live just my quiet lifestyle, but for the sake of this video and for the sake of showing my life as a landlord and dealing with bed bugs, I've decided to open up and also show you my place of abode. This is the room that I said was most affected by the bed bugs. After it was sprayed, and you can see it's nice and white. Obviously that's the color it should be, but obviously if it turns black, then I know that obviously clearly there are a lot of bed bugs, so I need to do a lot of monitoring in the room. Remember, one of the conditions after the flat was sprayed was that it cannot be hoovered, or that you can't actually clean the floor or the carpet. After 2 weeks, I decided to call someone to come and deep clean the carpet, so you can see the difference on the carpet. You can see that it looks nice and clean on that room. And also I'm going into my room as well to also show you. Now I didn't show you a lot of my room, so this is my room, so I'm going to give you a full tour of the whole flat in the next part of the video, so stay tuned. The reason why I didn't show you too much of my room is because my room is not really that affected by the bed bugs. I've done a lot of work on it. I didn't want you to see me hoovering my room and all that stuff because it's quite boring. The final phase of this video is showing you a tour of my flat. So obviously the deep cleaning is done, the spraying of the chemicals is done. Obviously I've also cleaned my flat as well to the best of my ability, so I'm going to give you a tour of my whole flat. So I'm going to go all the way around. I'm going to show you where each parts are, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video to this point. If you've watched the videos from the beginning till now, so definitely make sure you subscribe, make sure you press like, make sure you share the video. You might help 1 or 2 people, you never know, so definitely tune into the video and watch the last part. I'm sure you can learn, you can take some parts in from the video, so definitely stay tuned. First part we're going to where my washing machine is. Normally I wash my clothes by hand and I don't really use the washing machine a lot, but recently I have started to use the washing machine because obviously it's there and it's there for me to use. Also, I've also had the belief that with washing machine and things, it doesn't wash your clothes clean because obviously you might not touch certain areas, like for example a shirt, you might not touch the collar of the shirt. Since I've started using washing machine, it's actually changed my mind. The second part of that last video that you just saw, it was where my ventilation is. So obviously it's quite boring, so that's why I'm not going to focus too much on it. This part is just the storage where I put some of my things, and obviously I've got my hoover and some other things, but also I think that's also to do with the power as well. The next part is where I put my shoes. So this thing is actually very handy. I saw it on Amazon, so this thing is very handy. It's quite cool. It's literally where you can put your shoes, and also you can cover it up as well. So I can just store my shoes and everything away and without it being in the way. Let's start getting to the more interesting things. So this next part I'm going to is one of the bathrooms. This is the bathroom, and it is separated from the other room, so obviously it's got nice just basic modern amenities as well. Obviously I don't really use this bathroom because I have my own bathroom in my room, which I'm going to show later, so definitely check it out. And we're about to enter one of the rooms, especially the room that was the most affected by the bed bugs. Obviously this is after all the cleaning and everything is done, and the deep cleaning, the spraying of the room is done. I bought new beds, new bed base, and also I've put my TV that was in my room, I've also put it in the room. You can see that the room is nice and clean and is ready for someone to move in, so I'm very happy with that. But also as well, with all the cleaning that I've done, obviously I'm going to be monitoring the bed bugs as well to be able to make sure that nothing is there. So obviously if I start to see any traces, I'll just call people to come and respray the room and make sure it's up to the standard again. Now we're about to go to the master room itself, which is my room. So I've got my little office, which you can see. Hopefully in the future, hopefully I should try and get a proper office, and that's just my bed as well. Don't worry about the things on the floor. Obviously I needed to have tidied that up. The best two features of my room is, one is that I have a ensuite, so I have my own showers in my own room, and two is this glass window or glass mirror that obviously I get to see the whole of London through my room. So these views and these parts, trust me, when I wake up every day, it's amazing. It gives me a feeling of excitement and joy, so that I don't take for granted at all. Might be wondering, where do I put all my clothes? So I've got a storage or a space in my room where I put all my clothes. So these are all my clothes folded up, hanged up as well. And also I've also got Junior right at the bottom. Junior is my bike, in case you don't know, and I've done many videos on him, and he's right at the floor, nice and safe, which I know obviously it's in my company, so I know for sure no one's gonna come and try and steal him. I'm about to finish off in my room, and obviously I can't finish off without showing you my ensuite bathroom and shower. And like I said, I'm very privileged and lucky that I do have an ensuite room and shower, which means most things I don't need to leave my room for, unless if I want to do the cooking, which will be going to my lounge next, which is the final part of this video. So don't go anywhere. This is the final part of the video. So this is my lounge, and obviously a lot of you have seen my lounge throughout the video if you've been following me from the start of the video, of how big it is when I move all these things. But obviously I've got basic amenities there, my TV, my sofa, my table as well. And trust me, I really like my lounge too. We're moving on to the tower where all the cooking happened. So I've got my toaster, so obviously I just toast bread, and also here's my gas cooker as well, and obviously where I keep my plates when I wash. Also I've got these different colored chopping boards, so that they used to chop different things such as vegetables, meat, whatever. And obviously that's my built-in fridge, and also I've got a built-in microwave as well, which is the grey squared box just on top of where I put the knife. The last part is my dishwasher, and this dishwasher, I've never used it since I've moved in here. That's because normally I wash my plates by hand, and I don't see the reason why I need a dishwasher. And also with the dishwashers as well, it takes a lot of power, it takes a lot of energy as well, and with the cost of living and things, that's just too much that I'm going to be paying for. So I don't really use it. I still wash my plates by hand, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Now we reach the final part of the video, and I want to say thank you to every single person that has watched the video from start to finish. Also, if you've taken something from the video, or you think the video will be useful to people, please share the video, like, and also subscribe to the channel to keep the content going. But also, like I said, normally I don't make videos like these because I just like to live a quiet, peaceful lifestyle, and I've been living here for the last 5 years now, 3 years actually, because it took me 2 years to move into this place. Obviously, as the issue of bedbug is a big issue, which I know has affected a lot of people, which obviously I know a lot of people can also benefit from, I thought why not make the video. As always, is your boy MrCV. If this video reaches 10,000 views, I'll definitely make another video on how I got the property, also how to get into property too, even though most of the time I have done videos on properties, but it's more from other people. This time, if the video reaches 10,000, I'm going to stick to my word, and I will do a video on how to get into properties from my own point of view, from some of the things I've learnt. But also, if you are looking to aspire to that direction, I'm not the most knowledgeable person to ask, but I'm sure I can share 1 or 2 things that I know that can help you. As always, is your boy MrCV. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting your boy MrCV. And together, like I always say, we're gonna make it to the top. So keep supporting me, keep following the channel, keep helping us to grow, keep helping me to grow, and helping the channel to grow. And look forward to the next video. Stay tuned, because the next video also is a follow-up video from this video, so you don't want to miss it. So take care, and hope to see you in the next video.